Hey guys, welcome back for second video of getting her to say I do, which is my kind of tracking me through my dating in this generation and finding a wife, someone to help me. Um, God said it's not good for man to be alone, and so while I'm trying to find her, I just want to track the process. Just so I can see it and look back on. I feel like it'll be fun. Also, last time talked about me. My desires in a mate, and also cleaned out my car. And we were gonna go to the barbershop today, but we are not. It's actually kind of late, but I want to be consistent. Consistency is a great big part of dating, also. But before we get started, if you guys would like and subscribe, I don't know. That's what everybody else says on their videos. So yeah, like it and subscribe so you guys can get the updates and see whenever I come on here and post again. And also, if you have any questions, and you want me to talk about something or address something or just give you some information, maybe you got a fine sister or cousin, you want to send them my way, I'm down for it. But yeah, just message me and let me know. Today we're going to talk about communication. Communication is so important and it's so key. Communication is the imparting or exchange of information or news. And you could imagine that as you're dating or as you're pursuing a relationship, this would be very important. Like, this would be something that could make or break a relationship. And so I was talking to a couple of people about communication and what exactly is good communication and what is bad communication. And I feel like, women say that men don't know how to communicate and that they're way better communicators than men. I don't believe that. If that was true, then men would probably know more and understand what's wrong with women. Like, women sometimes just spaz, and you have absolutely no idea what's going on or why she's tripping. And you think it's this, so what she tells you is wrong, or what she tells you is going on, you go and try and fix this thing, and you fix that, and she's still upset because it wasn't really about this, but it was about that, but she couldn't clearly communicate to you and tell you what the problem was. My goodness, communication is so important. They said there's 5 types of communication: verbal communication, which is talking, nonverbal communication. So I was looking at some stuff, because I'm probably gonna be in the arena. So I was like, man, I was googling, like, how do you know if a girl likes you, if a woman likes you? How do you know if she's interested? And they showed some nonverbal things that you can look for and see if a woman is interested in you. Some things that she would do with her feet or with her eyes or with her actions or with her hands. And that's nonverbal communication. And then written communication, which, you write letters. Like Aaliyah said, I'm writing you a 4-page letter. She put a kiss on it. Ooh, girl. And then formal, which is the fancy type. And then visual communication, which is you seeing letters, notes, pictures, things like that. Visual communication. So I told you guys we were going to go to the barbershop, but I ended up having to go because I had to take care of something. I needed to look nice, really nice. And so I went to the barbershop. And anytime you go to the barbershop, there's always this exchange between the barber and the person getting their haircut. And you walk in, you say, "What's up? How's it going?" Yeah. And then they say, "What are we doing?" First, that's what they ask, man. How you doing? What are we doing? So you have to communicate clearly and say, "Listen, I want this, that, or the other done to my hair." And you get your hair cut, and then you get your face line, and some people do their eyebrows, and you have to be able to clearly communicate what you want or what you're designing or what you want to look like or how you want it to go. And some people are very specific. I just be chilling, honestly. So I just tell them to make it look nice. And they do a really good job of cutting my hair. And I hardly ever have any issues, but I have had several times where there were issues, and this last time was one of those. So I walked in. "What's up, man? How's it going?" Bam, bam. Shake hands. Cool. "Sit down. What we doing?" I was like, "Cool. I want a bald fade, clean up the sides, keep the top." Say keep the top, that means don't touch the top. Don't cut it, don't trim it, don't shape it, don't mold it, nothing. Keep it, leave it like it is. Clean up the sides, give me the bald fade, and then clean my face up. Make my face look all smooth and clean, but keep my beard. And just shape it and make it look nice. That is clear communication. That is clear. I told you what I wanted, how I wanted it. So I sit down and we're going through this thing, and I'm not a barber. I've tried to cut my hair a couple times, and I can, but it's not really my thing. So I go to someone who's a professional and they do my hair. So as I sit down in the chair and this man was cutting my hair, he starts combing out the top of my hair. Red flag. If they start combing out the top of your head, that means they about to start cutting on the top of your head. I let it go because I know for certain, that I clearly communicated. Do not cut the top of my head. Don't cut my hair. I want the sides clean. Keep the top. So he starts combing it, and then he starts going up a little bit higher. And I was like, surely he's not cutting my hair because I told him not to. So then he starts picking it out. Like, he wasn't just combing, he was picking it out and making it even. He was going to, like, give me a flat top. I was like, bro, I don't want a box. That's not what I'm going for. I just want my hair on the top. I want it to be curly. I want it to be beautiful. And so he continued to go on, and I was like, whoa. Hold on. I don't want the top of my head cut. And I had to further communicate to him that I did not want the top of my hair cut. So he's like, cool. So he starts cutting. He starts giving me a lineup. And just fantastic job. My line was sharp. I was like, okay. So then he cuts my face. And then he finishes up, and then he gives me the mirror. And the mirror is always so you can look at yourself and see, do I look like I wanted to look? Did he do the stuff that I asked for? And I looked at it, I was like, man, I'm fine. I was like, hold on, who is that? I'm back. I was looking good. And but I realized that while I looked good, he did not do what I asked for. So I had to further communicate, like, hey, I asked for this. I want a bald fade. I want my hair to look like this and this way. So I've been there for about 45 minutes already. So he spends another 10 minutes cutting my hair and shaping it and doing it. And we go through this exchange probably 3 times of me telling him what I wanted and him not doing and giving me what I wanted. So finally, I just got frustrated. I got up and I was like, it's cool. And I left. It looked good, but it was not what I wanted. And even though I clearly communicated to him what I wanted, he was not comprehending or understanding. So while my verbal communication was on point, I should have used a visual aid to show him, like, hey, this is a picture of what I want my hair to look like. This is how I want it to be. And so when you're communicating with people, it's important that you're not just communicating in a way that you understand or you feel like they'll understand, but you understand their ability to receive and retain information and communicate in a way where they can understand it and comprehend and keep it. So whether it's visual, formal, written, nonverbal, or verbal communication, if you got to check down the whole list, it's important that when you're dating, and I'm looking for somebody when I'm dating, somebody that understands me. Like, there's no better relationships than the ones where you don't even got to tell them what's going on. They just know. They can understand by your body language. They can understand because of your position or the area or field that you work in or the things that you deal with. Like, they know without you even saying, like, oh, you want to be held. Oh, you just want to chill and not do anything. Or, oh, you want to, you need like let's go out and do something to boost you. Like they understand and they know without you having to verbally communicate it. Like, there's nothing greater than having that kindred spirit with someone where they just know. But also it's important for you to be able to speak how you feel, or for you to be able to write down and organize your thoughts and express and say how you feel. So even as a man dating, like, that's why it's so important for me that I'm dating someone who believes in God and is intentionally going after God, because you pray. So whenever you praying, you know how to organize your thoughts, to speak your thoughts out, your feelings, regardless how deep, how great they are. You know how to clearly communicate your feelings, your needs, your desires. So that speaks to me and says that if you can do that with God on that level, then you can do that for me on this level. And the same for women looking for men. Like, it's important that you have a man who knows how to pray and who's praying for you, because they they can communicate their feelings. They can communicate their desires, their disappointments, their frustrations. Disappointment is birthed whenever you have somebody who, like, you have this expectation or this idea that you have, but the reality doesn't line up with the expectation. And that's where disappointment comes in. And I need someone who can clearly communicate that disappointment or that frustration or that anger. It's nothing like dating somebody who does something that annoys you, but you never tell them, hey, that annoys and irritates my soul. So they continue to do it, and you're constantly being mad when they don't know that they're upset and frustrated you. So communication is so important. It's so key to dating. Also communicating, like when I'm dating, I'm not trying to talk about sex with you. We shouldn't talk about that till like way later. Like, cool, we both waiting. We're going to chill until we get married. So obviously no sex is there. But I don't want to be texting you like, I'm not trying to go there with you. But communication is so important because it's the foundation for your relationship. It's how you understand the person that you're dealing with, how you understand their ideas, their thought process, how they get to certain points and aspects, and how they can draw conclusions or draw up conclusions. Communication is so important and it's so key. So, yeah, I mean that's it. I'm not a great communicator, even though I know this and I kind of spoken. I'm not a great communicator. I tend to desire people to know how I feel, and when they don't, I tend to get frustrated. I'm that person that didn't ever tell you that I hate when you do that, but when you do it, it irritates me. And that's part of the reason why I'm single. I'm not a great communicator. I'm not great at talking about my feelings. I'm not great at expressing, this frustrates me. I like this. I don't know this. I tend to get upset or mad. Like that's my go-to. Like I just get mad and irritated. Like, right? And that's not beneficial and that's not helpful. So that's something that I need to work on and something that I'm definitely working on. So when I do meet her and we start dating, I can communicate my feelings and tell her to stop doing whatever she's doing because it's annoying. And I hope that she can do the same for me. And we can grow and be great together. That's pretty much it. I haven't been on any dates. I haven't dated anybody. I'm not really there yet. But my time is coming. So if you have any questions, if you enjoyed the video, definitely let me know. Your love and support is just phenomenal and amazing. And if you have something that you'd like me to talk about, definitely don't mind addressing it. I think that's it. And I'll talk to you guys again later. Y'all be blessed and be well.